Exalia und Astorte. Gegen Dark Matter. Du hast kein Dark Matter. Wir haben gleich die S-Kraft von ihm. Hast du Dark Matter? Oh, und das Dunkle geht... Oh, geht alle?
May 1,000 thorns adorn your flesh with despair. May you be as garbage, ignorant and alone. Strike! Unholy spears of time!
Okay. Fast. Mach ich hier. Das ist nur so laut. Nice. Kevin. Oh. Well, at least it gave us something to justify the trouble. Well done, Kevin Graham. You again. Your next destination is the Path of Beasts. The order new offering presented to you on display you seal once more. Then shall the flames of Gehenna burn even fiercer and my kingdom draw closer to its true completion. You didn't perform as well as I hoped, but my words still came true, did they not? Just who are you? I think it's about time you took that lame-looking mask off and showed us your face, don't you? If that's what you wish, I would be happy to oblige, but ask yourself this. Is it truly what you desire? What? You have but to say the word and the deed shall be done. Well, what's it to be? Do you wish to see my face? Kevin? It's enough, Lord of Phantasma. Stop trying to mess with Kevin's head and with your cryptic nonsense. I'm doing no such thing. If he doesn't understand my words, it is because he chose not to by himself. Regardless, the time has come for the Child of the Sun to return to you. With that, you will finally have sufficient pieces for me to prepare some more advanced game boards for you. No! Not again. Your next destination is the Path of the Dream Devils. Cross between the realms of shadow and light and gather black and white pieces therein. Only upon the completion of your collection will your path to yet a new game board become clear. Kevin and you know, you've got a lot of we want to talk about, but let's save that until later, okay? But... Oh! After all, it sounds like this contains the girl we've all been waiting for. Anything else can wait until after she's out of the stone. Thanks, Kevin. Indeed. Thank goodness we found her. Yay! Here she comes. What just happened? Hey, Estelle. Are you okay, Joshua? What was that light anyway? Huh? Yeah, I'm not surprised you're feeling kind of a wild right now. Not every day you find yourself in a situation like this. You can say that again. I've missed you, Estelle. Same here. You guys missed me? I've missed you. I'm feeling all emotional all of a sudden. There's so many faces I haven't seen in ages here. I'm not sure where to start, and a few who've done a total 180 since I've last seen them too. I mean, wow, Olivier, you look like all princely all of a sudden. When did you cut your hair, Shara? And is it a new outfit? It's so daring. I've taken quite a liking to it myself. I have to say, I still prefer that old white coat. I feel much more at home in it than this. Everyone else the same old day though. Well, aside from not breaking the bank on some new getup for you to gawk at. These clothes are practically my work uniform at this point. It take a lot to get me to change them. Aw man, it's so good to see you again. You don't look like you've changed at all. You're still a total airhead from where I am standing. And I see you too. And as for you, just said, can you quit calling me damn airhead in case you were raised in a barn? That's not a very nice way to greet someone. What, I was only telling the truth? Sounds like you're always a huge pain in the butt for poor Joshua. Okay, I give you sometimes, but always? Actually, you know what? Scratch it. It's none of your business. Well though, even the captain and major are here. It's lovely to see you too, Estelle. It's been quite some time. Man, this is the best reunion party ever. And don't forget about me too. Kevin? I don't recognize the person with you though. I? Hello, I'm Rias Argent, the squire of the Crossritter. Kevin's told me quite a lot about you. He has, huh? It's nice to meet you. You really are a special girl, Estelle. Just having you here brightens up the room. You really think so? Hey, are you okay? You look a little pale. What? Sorry, Rias. Gonna have to take a rain check on our talk. Gonna hand the cube to Rias. What are you? I'll leave the things to you for a while. Keep moving on. Kevin! Kevin? Is this because of the thing he did? What thing? What's going on? Kevin! What? Wake up, Kevin! The dark stigma. Look at me, Kevin Graham. Instructor Cellnate. You look as though you haven't eaten in days. Although by the sound of it you really haven't, nor have you been drinking anything. I was saddened to hear the news about Rufina as well, but unfortunate and accidents are a fact of life, especially in our line of work. It's the risk we all choose to shoulder when we depart on a mission. Kill me. Excuse me? I've got no reason to be a knight anymore. I've got no reason to even live anymore. And if someone has to kill me, I couldn't ask for anyone better than you. I doubt that I even have the time to feel pain before you were done, so... If that is your wish, in what world did you think I would happily oblige such an asinine request? You do remember what you said when you first became a squire, hmm? You said you offered your soul to the goddess above and your body and blood to the church here on earth. After swearing that, you think you have the right to beg for death, much less a painless one? Don't make me laugh. Still, I was reluctant to even relay this information for you. But after seeing how pathetic a state you're in, perhaps it won't be so difficult after all. Squire of the Grassritter, Kevin Graham. From this day on, you are to assume the position of 5th Dominion. Your appointment was decided by the Congregation of the Sacrament, and even His Holiness the Pope has given his approval. The job is yours. What? I imagine you must have at least have heard rumors that the position of 5th Dominion was vacant, but it has been for several decades too. Congratulations, it turned out the position was meant for you. How the hell did that baby squire I once helped teach reach the same rank as me? I'm sure the 5th Macabre will be pleased to finally see the light of day. Why? Oh, and incidentally, it's tradition to take on a title of your choosing after becoming a Dominion. You might want to start giving some thought to what you want sooner rather than later. As you already know, mine is Cornelia, simpler name as it is. I don't care about titles, I don't care about any of those things. Why? Why me? I couldn't even protect Rufina from... Why me? And to that I say that is of no consequence here. What is of consequence is that Rufina Argent was a highly capable knight. She may not have manifested a Sigma of her own, but her problem-solving abilities were at times greater than even her Dominions. Her loss will been keenly felt, and it will be up to our new 5th Dominion to fill it. The words of His Eminence the Cardinal. Oh, this is rich. This is just rich. Oh man, it's so funny it hurts. I've become a knight to protect Rufina, then I end up shooting to the top of the ranks over her dead body. Amazing, huh? Who could have seen that coming? I wish I could go back in time to tell myself that when I signed up what was gonna happen, just to see my own face. So what will you do? I should make it clear that you do have the right to refusing your appointment. Admittedly, no one in the Crossritter 1,000-year history has turned down a Dominion position, so doing so would be unprecedented, but still. Well, no shit. No, I humbly accept my new position. I'm ready to start work as soon as it's there for me. Hell, start piling it on for me today. I'm up for it. Alright then. I'll see what I can do. Oh, and don't hold back on me either. Throw me the really hard stuff. The kind you need to be a masochist to want to take on. And that title thing? Let's go with Heretic Hunter, okay? That sounds just perfect. Labyrinth of Shadow and Light. Wow, so that's what's happened. The more I hear, the more off the wall everything happening here sounds. I'm not surprised we're making progress working out what's going on, thankfully. We know the place wherein it's called Phantasma about how it's its own unique rules that governs it. We also know that all of us were chosen based on some criteria and drawn into it. We still have plenty of questions that need answering, but they can largely be summed up by following 3. 1. Who are the Lord of Phantasma and Schwarzritter? 2. What is the cube and the identity of the ghost who appears to be connected to it? 3. What is Phantasma and how did it come to exist? It's a pretty succinct way of putting it. There are other questions, of course, but it's true that most of those general found to those 3 in some way. Why there are fiends roaming around comes under number 3, for example. Dividing everything up like that doesn't make it all a heck of a lot easier to understand, yeah? Oh, but wait, where does Kevin falling unconscious come into all of this? You made it sound like the cause of that was him fighting some giant devil. It certainly seems that way. More specifically, the power he used to break the barrier that surrounded us must have been the cause. The one that made that red symbol shop on his back. I wonder what it was then. I haven't got any idea what it could have been either. It's possibly it may have been some form of thaumaturgy passed down through the church, but I can't hardly be sure. Joshua, do you think you know what it could have been? I think I do. I can't be sure, but I think it was a stigma. Seriously? Isn't it the thing that appeared on your shoulder? Yeah, it was. What you saw was a physical manifestation of an image Wiseman had placed deep within my mind in order to control me. Kevin's is likely the same, save the control factor. However, I have a feeling his is also significantly more powerful than mine was. Well spotted, Joshua. There he is. Say, how's Kevin doing? His condition seems to have marginally improved, but what he did resulted in a heavy burden being placed in his mind, so I think it would be best for him to rest for a while longer. That's a relief. Phew, he sure knows how to give people a fright. Do you mind if I get clarification on something, Rias? Was my theory correct? Yes, it was. He did indeed use the power of his stigma. However, the key difference between his and yours is that his is one of the original kind, of which yours was likely based. A seal carved into a person's very soul, said to manifest only in the dominions of the Grassritter. What's a dominion? I've heard rumors of their existence personally. The dominions are a group of 12 knights who lead the Grassritter. They're supposed to possess incredible power. That's also correct. The stigmas are the source of that power. They allow the people who possess them to strengthen the body and beyond what most would think humanly possible, as well as use high-level thaumaturgy far exceeding the capabilities of other knights. As I'm sure you've pieced together, Kevin is one of them, specifically the 5th Dominion. Are we even talking about the same Kevin who's been leading us around here? It sure doesn't feel like it. Sorry, but I'm a bit confused. Did Kevin have the stigma implanted with him like Joshua did? No, ordinarily, stigmas aren't crafted in that manner. They appear on their own without human intervention. There are 12 dominions, and that number has always been consistent throughout history. There are times when spots are left unfilled because a stigma bearer to fill them has yet to appear. But they are always out there, whether the stigma is manifested or not. That's so weird, don't you think? So does that mean the stigma Joshua had? Mine was only a replica of the real thing. Wiseman was originally a clergyman, so he probably had access to a way to make such a thing. Oh yeah, I forgot he said that. He used to be a bishop in the Congregation for the Sacraments, which is the organization that the Grassritter answers to. Even back in those days, he was in contact with Ouroboros and stealing numerous sacraments from the church. Things that were stolen included a vast amount of literature and research on the stigmas of the Dominions. We believed he then went on to use that material on a basis to realize his dreams of creating some sort of superhuman awe with the society. I thought so. Still, but I think I have a vague understanding of just what these stigmas are now. I'm still not clear how using the power led Kevin to collapse. Does that risk actually come with the use of the stigma's power? Is there something more to it? Well, I don't know exactly why, but Kevin very rarely uses the power of his stigma at all. I've heard that the only time he relies on it is when disposing of those he brands heretics. In other words, those whose sins are too great for them to ever be able to walk the path of righteousness ever again. Disposing of? That's so ominous. So let me make sure I got this straight. He used a superpower he barely uses out of nowhere, and that caused him to black out because his body wasn't ready for it? That's what I believe is likely the case. I see, I think I understand well enough now. Are you sure it's fine for you to be telling us this? Yes, I'm almost positive Kevin was planning on telling you himself before he fell unconscious. And I believe telling you all of this is necessary in order to ensure your cooperation in the rest of our investigation. Well, if you're sure. Wait, does that mean? If no one has any objections, I'd like to take Kevin's place and lead it till he wakes up again. Is that alright with everyone? No problems here. Are you sure you don't want to stay here, though? I would have thought you want to stay and look after him. Before I collapsed, Kevin trusted me with the cube. As such, I believe this is my duty as a squire in his service. So please don't worry about me right now. I'd much rather be helping all of you. Well, if you're sure. I personally see no reason to say no. The remaining members will be sure to look after Kevin. You won't have to worry about that thing, okay? Thank you, I appreciate that. What's wrong, Estelle? Well, so is. I've got a favor I want to ask, if you don't mind. Would you mind if I came with you when you head out to explore? Is there any specific reason? Estelle? Well, it's just I've only just returned to the world of the living, right? I feel like I want to go and see what's going on for myself. And I mean, I am a bracer, so I doubt I get in your way or anything. So would you mind? Not in the least. I'd love if you accompanied me. Thanks. Sorry for up saying that on my own, Joshua. Sorry? For what? If that's what you want to do, then you won't hear any complaints from me. We'll be counting on you to do a good job backing Reese up. You know it. Ich kann nicht gucken.
Do it.
Aber ich glaube, sie hat auch ganz gut. Das heißt, wir nehmen wir mal mit.
Let's do it.
Er geht. Ordnance. Ja. Nein. Ah! Der All ist schön impede. Lateral. Habe ich ein besseres EP-Cut? Ja. Defense 4 und Shield 4. Habe ich nur 3. Einfach noch Eagle-Eye. Nee. Mein 4 brauche ich nochmal. Habe ich... Nein. Okay. Und nochmal HP 4. Defense 4 und HP 4 mache ich nochmal. Sehr schön. Und mit Detection kriege ich auch noch die Schatztruhen. Na gut, dann würde ich sagen, war es das für heute mit Let's Play The Legend of Heroes Trace in the Sky the Third. Beim nächsten Mal machen wir vielleicht wieder ein paar Türen. Ansonsten sehen wir uns das nächste Mal. Bis dann, Leute. Ciao.